My name is Lily Ritter, and I'm with a group called The Network.
Hey folks, Twain here, talking with somebody who wants to share a reminder of how far we've come. Lily?
Some of you don't know that The Network started as just a few survivors, holed up in a little church. I'm here today because of those survivors. My father, my brother Jacob, Marcus, Ed, Maya, even Alan. They aren't all here to see what we've accomplished, but I know they'd be proud of all of you. In the early days, the network was just a few groups with the odd idea of pooling resources. Now we're rebuilding society, one community at a time. The network didn't always believe in mutual defense, but we quickly realized that true cooperation means you help your neighbor when they're in danger. More than anything else, the network is about communication. Being able to talk to each other is the first step to finding common ground. If you're with the network, you don't steal from other people, ever. You do not want to test us on that.
Hey folks, Twain here. I'm gonna be off the air for a bit. I've gotten word of a radio tower with some impressive reach. I should be there in a couple of days. Once I'm set up, the network's voice will be stronger than ever. Keep the faith, people.
This is Lily Ritter with the network. Our friend Twain is moving through dangerous territory, working to expand the reach of our broadcast. If you're listening, Twain, please know that we're keeping the faith. Network listeners, this is Lily. I'm afraid we have no news to share about our missing friend Twain. Like you, we're praying that he's out there, safe and sound.
Brothers and sisters, it's good to be back on the air. When the Zeds breached the studio, I thought I was dead. But as we all know, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Keep the faith.
Hi folks, Lily here. Twain asked me to say a few words. I just want to thank everyone, especially those who aren't here anymore. We keep going, even when we lose people who are important to us. The future we're building together, it has to go on. Don't let it die. I know a lot of you have a hard time seeing hope. The lights are out, and they aren't coming back. But the sun is still shining. We're still here. That has to mean something. I've been blessed to have a lot of inspiring people in my life. You'd think that'd make me like the most inspiring person ever. But instead, I'm the one who's continually inspired by everyone around me, and by you folks out there. If you're like me, you have friends out there who you talk to every day on the radio. You couldn't recognize them on the street, but they're like family. That's what the network is to me, a family scattered over thousands of miles. I know it may feel like you're losing more people than you're saving. And some days, that may even be true. But we have to believe that every person we save matters. When survival itself is a challenge, it's easy to lose sight of the big picture. To forget that each of us can create something larger than ourselves. That's what makes me so happy, to see people out there working to improve all our lives. People sometimes tell me I'm too optimistic. that I refuse to see the world how it is. But then somebody out there goes the extra mile to improve our lives. And then I think, maybe I'm the realistic one after all. For instance, we used to take for granted the ability to get what we want whenever we wanted it. Now it takes heroes to get resources to those in need. We see what you're doing, and we're impressed.
Twain here. Our leader, Lily Ritter, has taken a downturn. We're taking her to a medical facility that might be able to help, but time's not on our side. I don't really feel like talking right now. Keep the faith. There's no easy way to say this. A great woman is dying. Lily Ritter started the network. Many of us owe her our lives, and that's no bullshit. But the medicine she needs, it's damn hard to come by. Please keep her in your prayers. Brothers and sisters, I have some damn good news. Some network friends out there helped Lily get the treatment she needed. She's not out of the woods yet, but she sent some words that I'm gonna share with you now.
People say I started the network, but that's only sort of true. I am not the network. You are. Ordinary people working together to survive. Every day, I am humbled by your sacrifices. You give me hope. Thank you. It's true that we don't have the luxury of mourning like we used to. But I believe that remembering those we lost is still the best way to honor them. It's tempting to think that forgetting lost friends is a good idea. But if we do that, how are we worthy of their sacrifice? It can be painful to remember those we lost. I get that. But forgetting the pain means forgetting the good times too. I won't pay that price. The other day, I was thinking about one of the first friends I lost, post-apocalypse. We called him Pastor Will. I can't even remember his last name anymore, but I'll never forget what he meant to us. We should never forget those who have fallen. As long as we remember them, they're not really gone.